Okay, this is gonna be one of my favorite ones. This is funny because when I saw this, I was laughing. I'm talking about I was laughing because the situation. So here you're gonna have a typical Caucasian young lady. Uh, she's gonna cry, complain about getting fired before, and because she got fired from this internship, she's not gonna be able to graduate, and she's gonna give you the reasons why. And I'm just gonna let's just take a listen. Let's just take a listen because this is funny to me. This is hilarious. Let's see her reason why she got let go, and this is why she won't graduate. And you already see the caption. She says, "I can't graduate because of an old white man's ego." Man. Let's just take a listen, man. Let's take a listen. This is because this is hilarious to me. By the way, when we're talking about like white women are easily the most privileged beings. Probably, I'm talking about American raised young Caucasian white women are the most even I talking about I think even white women of all ages in America are the most privileged beings probably to ever walk the face of the earth. So this is interesting to me. So let's take a listen. Let's take a listen.
Just lost my job today. Yay! Don't you just love corporate men that aren't able to take criticism? You know what? I wouldn't even care if it wasn't for the fact that this is an internship that is required for me to graduate. Therefore, I'm no longer able to graduate. Yay! Let this be a lesson to always trust your gut and never work with men. And to the man who let his ego take over because he couldn't handle the fact that a 23-year-old was more established than him, I really do hope that nobody in a position of authority will ever treat your daughter that way. Just lost my job today.
Now, this is hilarious. This is hilarious what she's saying. This is talk about narcissism at such a point. Did you hear what she said at the end? She's talking about the dude was a superior over her. She was an intern. And she's talking about I was more established in. So when you're hearing this is why when you got like I said, when women like I said, like when women start complaining about whatever happened to them, especially look, I believe really in all races, you gotta watch out for that, but particularly white women, you gotta take that with a grain of salt. But when you start listening to what women say about what happened to them, you have to get the full story. Because she's leaving stuff, she's leaving a lot of stuff out. She's leaving a lot of stuff out. And with her saying what she said at the end, talking about she was more established than her superior, for her to even think that shows you what kind of mindset she had and what she was talking about. Oh, criticism. You probably were out of line. Now, automatically, you are out of line because you're an intern. You got what she said. Let's take a look. Let's. I'll do an analyst real quick. Let me analyze this real quick.
Just lost my job today. Yay! Don't you just love corporate men that aren't able to take criticism? You know what?
Corporate men that are unable to take criticism. Welcome to corporate life. I mean, bruh, she acts like this don't happen to dudes. Oh my goodness. Like unfortunately, Undead Chronic keeps getting proven right yet time and time again that I don't think women think that whatever men that she doesn't see that she finds attractive or that she could date, she just doesn't see them as human because she does. I don't think she I just don't. I think that a lot of women really look at dudes that they're just not attracted to as just like not human because they go through first of all they go through way worse. I'm talking about meaning it'll be like established dudes. I'm talking about established dudes that still can't talk about somebody that's probably one level up upon above them. I'm talking about dudes that be work. Do you know how many men get shafted? Like they'll work at a company 20, 25 years, then talking about, oh, sorry, you can't get your pension. Do you know how or I'm talking about established men that will lose everything over corporate greed, over corporate ego, over what I'm talking about established men. And here she is as an intern talking about constructive criticism. What, bruh? Hold on for a sec. Let's continue.
I wouldn't even care if it wasn't for the fact that this is an internship that is required for me to graduate. Therefore, I'm no longer able to graduate. Yay!
Now that's probably she could probably get around that, but okay, say we'll take her at a word. If this is an internship that is required for you to graduate, and I'm talking about you're not dealing with no sexual harassment. They're not putting no they're not doing no dirty stuff on you, right? Because if that was happening, You would have said something, or on top of you would have said something. If somebody came at you wrong, you could have gotten them fired, or you could have taken advantage of that. There's so much options for today's women in the corporate world. So nobody was doing you foul because you would have talked about it. All you had to do was relax, and you would have gotten what you wanted, and you probably weren't even supposed to get that position because of when you talk about affirmative action, and on top of that, they're literally they're trying to push women in these spaces, right? And I'm not saying there's anything. I don't, whatever corporate decides to do, that's corporate. This, that's the corporate world. You know what I mean? I can't say whether it's wrong or right. They do things, with the DEIs. So you probably were in that role. You probably had that role over somebody that actually needed it or deserved it. But that's neither here nor there. You have the role. Now you're talking about constructive criticism to a superior. You're an intern. Well, bruh. I'm so happy y'all don't see my face right now. This because I'm literally like, I'm still baffled on, because I already know what happened. She was out of line. She probably said something out of line, thinking like, bro, you not Esther from the Bible. You not. This is not a movie. Bish, shut your mouth, like millions and billions of men have done for centuries. Have your internship. Nobody did you dirty. Nobody, because you can't do that no more. You can't do that kind of stuff no more. This ain't the 1950s anymore. Nobody did you dirty. Keep your mouth, keep your trap closed. Go through your internship so you can graduate. And then once you get to an established level, or you have some kind of a job security, maybe you can open up a little bit more. And even then, there's been plenty of men that have lost their job. I'm talking about when their supervisor is doing dirt. I'm talking about doing illegal stuff. And I'm talking about established men would call them out, and they would either get killed, they lose their job, or they put a case on him and say, oh, that man has a violent problem, he's got to leave the company. Do you know how many men that happens to? I'm talking about established men. And here you are, some pencil pusher at best, and you got something to say. Nobody want to hear what you got to say. You an intern. My God.
Let this be a lesson to always trust your gut and never work with men. And to the man who let his ego take over.
So don't work with men, bruh. Just bruh. This. I'm looking at an idiot. I'm looking at an idiot. especially if you need the internship to graduate. I don't think that's the end all be all. You probably could talk to your counselor about it or something, or you could get that fixed. But nobody was touching you. Nobody did you dirt, because you would have done that. You would have done that. You would have explained that was happening, and you spoke out for yourself. Because I know women that has happened to them, and then they spoke out, and then chaos is ensued. But that clearly didn't happen, because you would have said that. So you were most likely out of line. I am 99.99% sure that you said something out of line, and the dude was like, dude, get out of here. This is not a movie. All you had to do was literally put your head down for a little bit, graduate, and you would have been straight. But she thinks she's more important than she is. And you're going to see she's going to snitch on herself. That's the thing. When a lot of, I don't even say women, when certain people complain about their circumstances and stuff, they'll snitch on themselves. Or if something happens, just listen to their story. A lot of the times they will self-snitch on themselves. Let's rewind it a little bit.
His ego take over because he couldn't handle.
Because she said, okay, so right here.
His ego take over because.
Oh man, what are we doing? Here we go.
Be a lesson to always trust your gut and never work with men.
So she says her solution is to never work with men.
And to the man who let his ego take over because he couldn't handle the fact that a 23-year-old was more established than him, I really do hope that nobody in a position of authority will ever treat your daughter that way.
You can't make this stuff up, man. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. You can't make this stuff up. She says, and she mad that no other man stuck up for her. First of all, you're an intern. Second of all, this is where she self snitches on herself, where she's talking about the men didn't stick up for her because she's more established than her older male superior, who's literally her supervisor, whatever. She deems herself more established, but you got an internship at the company. What are you talking about? What do you mean, like? But when women say more established, they just mean by like they just because they think they have more degrees that they think they're more established than you. So I don't know what she's talking about. More established when you're an intern at the company and you're probably not going to keep the spot. You said you need it for graduation, and you were going to probably use that. You were looking at that as a stepping stone. Anyway, I don't what. Oh my god. I cannot believe I saw this video, and when I listened, I was like, she cannot be serious. She cannot be serious. And plus, I would like to know if I were to interview the man, I would like to know what she said because, wow, because like women will say certain things they don't even realize they out of line because nobody really tells them that they're wrong or that their ideas are loopy. Like women will say outlandish things, and then it'll take a dude like me because I really believe in equality. Unfortunately, I really believe I don't I everybody are human beings. We all, a lot of us know what we're doing, some of us don't, but in general, with the information that we have, people should kind of know what's up. And when I hear something loopy, it doesn't matter if it's a man or woman or a kid. If you gay, I don't care. If it sounds, if I have questions about what you said, I got questions, right? But unfortunately, because a lot of men just let women ride too much, they think that they can be in an internship position and then talk about, oh, I'm more established than my supervisor or my manager or my superior. What? You're interning. What, bruh? And if you need that to graduate in the first place, clearly you ain't no superior to nobody. Like, bruh. So let's look at some of these comments because a lot of those the comments I saw already, and I'm like, okay, we on the same page because I'm like, what? So right here, she goes, you see this comment right there. He said, I just lost my job today. A white man can't handle that a 23-year-old is more established than you. Well, he does still have his job. I don't get this. What is she talking about? More established? I don't know if I don't know what she's talking about. It's that you can't if you need, bruh, you're an intern and you need the job, you need that to complete your hours at this internship to graduate. You're not more established than even the janitor that works at the spot. That's not, it's not even official yet. You're not employed there. It's crazy. Man, it's crazy. I don't know what she mean by more established. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know, maybe because she already has her bachelor's and she can't get her master's if she doesn't complete this internship. I don't know what she's talking about. Like, if okay, right here, this comment right here. He's like, did she not understand how much her behavior mattered in an internship where her degree was on the line? If I knew 100% that my entire educational investment was riding on how I handled an internship, I'd be on my best behavior. She decided to go girl boss to the actual boss. That's what I think happened. Just like, I believe she decided to. Oh, what is AJ? He has that soundbite. I'm a woman, hear me roar. She really decided to roar because she really thinks her level is up on. She really thinks her level is really up, but really her level. I mean, for her to think that she's more established than someone that's older than her in the company, to the whoever that man that he was the superior. I mean, bruh. I mean, and by the way, to black men, I hope black men are listening to this. There's a reason why. Low key, I'm gonna give you. I might be reaching a little bit, but low key, the reason why a lot of the reason why a lot of ladies, particularly Caucasian women, like to have black men as bosses because, or as their supervisors, is they know that there's a level that I could still get over on him because there's certain things that he just won't put his foot down on. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. White women can act like I don't know what I'm talking about on that end, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. We'll just read these comments. He said she must have thought they hired an intern so management could learn the most current sociology theory from more established undergrads. Oh Lord, bruh. Yeah, she went. That's what I was about to say. Somebody said it in the comments. She went full Karen. She went full Karen, and she unfortunately, I hate to put it like this, but she did not know her place. You know what I mean? At that end, you got to know your place at that end. Oh, they found her page. Oh, she's one of. Oh, okay. So, oh wow. So they found her page. It looks like they found her page, her TikTok page. Okay. Oh, they found out about her. So she's the typical social justice warrior, um, lesbianist, part of the lesbianist crew. Oh man. Let me see. It says, I love to hear your thoughts. So she's one of the okay. So yeah, it's pretty obvious what type of person she is. Yeah. I see why they let go of you before you graduated. You must have been that probably wasn't now that I think about it, that probably wasn't the first time that probably wasn't the first time she was being irritating. So now that I'm looking at this post that she has right here talking about I was uncomfortable to come out as a big fat lesbian. Oh, here we go. So yeah, she must have been a real irritant.